We're streaming again. Back at it. Setting up Stream Manager, because for whatever reason it doesn't like to set up Stream Manager until I have things going. Also, look, I have learned how to get my feet to touch the bottom of the screen. I remember last time I was struggling with that. I was like, why do my feet disappear like an inch above the bottom of the screen? Also, fair warning, chat. When I was setting up, my little guy was lagging a little bit. So, if my little guy's lagging, we blame that. But today we're playing one of my favorite games. I have many favorite games, but like, oh, I see a mini man boy in the chat. When you say blame the lag, do you mean you are receiving the lag, or that you don't care about the lag? But anyway, I lost my train of thought there. Okay, good. So no lag. Okay, we got it. We have figured it out. Okay. Well, I'm going to start playing game and let people join on in. And I'm gonna move my little guy. We will find out which corner works better for my little guy, but I prefer him in this corner, but like since it's like a text-based game, it's probably I'm gonna have to be in this corner, but I'm hoping that I can make it work here. So we'll see what happens. If we need to move my little guy, we'll move my little guy. We have the option of, do I want to hide my feet? Now that I know how to get my guy to reach the bottom of the screen. Are we saving the feet pics for only orbs? Or are we how we vibing? Honestly, I'm going to keep them on because they were the hardest part of making, or at least drawing, my little VTuber. Rigging was the hardest part. If you can't tell how jank my mouth is, but the feet were the hardest part of the drawing. Okay, we're gonna we're gonna start the game. If I can get onto the correct page. There we go. We have the game going. It is Mushroom Musume. And I'm hoping everyone has, like, notifications for when I go on live. Because, like, I'm big vibing with the announcement I made today. Because the announcement, actually, we're going to go back to my stream overlay so I can look at it. My announcement was, I'm a dad now? Question mark, question mark, question mark. With a little smiley face, the little dirt smiley face. And so I'm hoping everybody saw that, because I felt very fun with that one. But anyway, we're gonna start the game. I am becoming a father today, chat. And you will see what that means. Once upon a time, there was a humble recluse. Though they had no need for society, they did often find themselves home to a loneliness that they could never quite shake. In the morning, the sun would rise. At night, it would set. The recluse would observe this splendor, knowing that the sight would be made all the more beautiful by having someone to share it with. Yeah, Rylan Bones, we got shroom time. I'm becoming a little mushroom dad today. It wasn't that they desired a relationship. Perhaps it was a flame that had burned them one too many times. Or perhaps they were simply disinterested. No, a child. Y'all know the meme? The meme was worse than a pedophile. A child. I don't know why that just popped into my brain. That's what they wanted. Someone to take care of, to teach. Unfortunately, it was a longing that could not be found. Not in these woods alone. However, we are never quite as alone as we think, are we? Chat, are we alone? I know I'm not alone. I got chat. Are we all becoming fathers today? I think that's the vibe. We're all becoming fathers today, not just me. We are collectively one singular father. It takes that much power to become a father that it cannot be handled by the orb. It must be handled by the orb and currently 4 viewers. One day, a witch appeared, as if drawn by the intensity of the recluse's desire. Oh no, mini man boy. I think that, yeah, although you may not be the best dad, you have the help of the orb. You have the help of dirt. We will all become father today. As Rylan Bones puts it, in the spirit of mushrooms, we are a communal individual that is becoming a father. I quite like how you put that. It's very good. One day a witch appeared, as if drawn by the intensity of the recluse's desire. The lumber... Okay, that is lumber. I was so confused. I was like, what are we talking about? The lumber that the recluse had spent the morning gathering slipped through their hands as they spotted her. The witch of the woods. It's because we had the lumber. That's why the witch of the woods showed up, because she saw we had the woods. As every father does. Every father has woods. She began to speak. You desired a child, yes? For some, those are quite easy to come by. But not you, it would seem. Let us make a deal then. If you do 3 simple chores for me, I will present you with a daughter of your very own. Aw, shit, chat. To become a dad, we gotta do chores. We're doing chores, I guess. I'm trying to figure out chat. 1 second. Ah. Oh, wait, I can allow the chat. Okay, we are allow it. Okay, I have allowed the chat. We did it. Eventually I want to figure out how to get it so that chat can show up on, like, screen, so that then when I post my VODs, like, everyone can see what chat's doing, rather than me just always reading it out. And, like, to be fair, I'll probably read it out anyway. But, like, that will be when I have free time activity. Currently, that is not happening much. The recluse, caught up in a moment of naivety, quickly agreed. Oh, we got our daughter checklist. They have the dirt smiley. Look, it's me. I'm in the game. The witch, knowing that the recluse was destined to accept, simply nodded and began to deliver the first of these so-called chores without hesitation. Your child will come into this world with little to her name. Let us even the scales. Bring me an heirloom, something she will forever value. The recluse thought on it briefly, searching through their home for the object they had pictured. Ooh, we get the cards. We're gonna figure out which one we want. We got the options of a dark weathered tome, a glimmering music box, and an old bottle of medicine that has sat unopened. I want. I'll maybe I like music. We're gonna have a little music box. We're gonna have a little mushroom, a musical mushroom daughter. A soft, beautiful tune played from the jeweled box. It had been created to bring joy and beauty to all around it, which you found admirable in theory. The recluse hoped that their daughter could have that privilege, to think she could focus on the soft things like music. Oh, I think I'm listening to the wrong kind of music then, chat. I don't usually listen to the soft music. We'd be listening to a lot of metal. Oh, also Mini Manboy. I know we share a playlist together. I have added many good songs to the playlist. For everybody else, it's a playlist that I have built for like several years, and I have shown it to Mini Manboy like a year ago. And it's a playlist that I have that is just to make people feel awkward and just to like make like the whole situation, like if they don't have big awkward vibes, they're all gonna be awkward. Ooh, a metal cover for Holding Out for a Hero sounds so good. Dirt banging out the tunes? Hell yeah, Dirt banging out all the tunes. Okay, back to the game. The recluse hoped that their daughter could have that privilege, to think she could focus on soft things like music and avoid the dark, painful things in life. Yeah, I'm not doing that one either. I think I'm definitely not the daughter. Maybe that's why we're giving the music box to the daughter, because we are we're wanting them not to have the same vibes. Bringing their prize back to the witch, she simply gave a smile. How perfect. After their brief detour to meet the witch, the recluse resumed their normal day-to-day schedule. Whoop, we're back at the house. The second day. The recluse slept more soundly that night than they had in ages. Having a purpose again soothed them. Yes, Ryland Bones, we do always want our children to experience the peace of loud music and screamo lyrics. That is the vibes. Having a purpose again soothed them. Excuse me, if Dirt can learn how to speak. Even if they had found themselves caught up with a witch. They elected not to think about that, though. Instead, when the morning came, they simply did what they had to do, which is to say, they got up and went to meet the witch. We're meeting the witch. Upon watching the recluse's approach, a sardonic smile lit the witch's face. You completed your first task admirably. 2 more and I can finally give you what you want. Ryland Bones, you're gonna have to elaborate on which song Leeches, because I listen to so many songs titled Leeches. Please inform me of which Leeches. Unfortunately, that is like half of my music. To be fair, it's not exactly half, but it is a good portion. It's more than you would expect. It's called Leeches. You completed your first task admirably. 2 more and I can finally give you what you want. She paused, only for a moment before delivering her next message of import. Oh, Leeches by Zand. Yes. Yes, we play Leeches by Zand. If only. I don't know if I can actually play music or not, because, like, I'm not making any money off of this. So, like, I could theoretically maybe not get a DNCA violation. But we will find that out another day as well. There have been some activities I've been meaning to get to. Perhaps you could make yourself useful and cross one off the list for me. Yo, we got activities? Not realizing that they were simply saving the witch some time, the recluse determined which tasks they were most suited for. Okay, we got tasks. Got test a selection of elixirs for quality. Am I drinking the elixirs? Organize a surprisingly understated collection of keepsakes. I feel like I'm gonna get cursed by one of the keepsakes if I do this one. Or we can, we got the we got the wet mushroom. Also, for this, all of these little symbols show different attributes of the mushroom daughter that we have collectively as all of chat and me and Orb. But all of these symbolize different attributes, and different attributes, collections of attributes, will equal different kind of mushrooms. So we are essentially collecting as many types of mushrooms as we can today, chat. And then we can restock a selection of unsettling components. I do enjoy a good unsettling component. Unsettling components are pretty good, chat. And I'm trying to pick between these two. Can I? Oh, I can just use the mouse on this. Well, I don't want to, because I like showing you guys where I'm looking. I kind of want the wet mushroom, chat. Oh yeah, Rylan Bones agrees. We are sipping up that tchotchke fungus juice. Okay, it has been decided. As the recluse began to take stock of the witch's belongings, they simply grew more and more astonished that the sort of items she kept in her possession. They dutifully gathered. Can you tell I've been doing too much math and I don't know how to talk anymore, chat? They dutifully gathered all manner of doll's eye, newt's tail, and even the hair from their own, the witch's body or my body? Am I giving them a gift? Yeah, am I giving the witch my hair? Is that how daughters are made? Is that how I become a dad? I don't... Chat? Research? Oh, okay, chat says it's the witch's hair. Okay, I will organize the witch's hair. Hopefully that last thing wouldn't cause too much trouble in the future, knowing the way witches are. Chat, I really do think that I just put my hair on her shelf. I don't know where I got the hair from, because I'm an orb. But somehow I gave her my hair. Oh, Mini Manboy is offering to put his eyes on the shelf? As offering for becoming a father, I believe? Is this correct, Mini Manboy? Hopefully that last thing would... Oh, okay, yes, we have confirmed Mini Manboy is offering their eyeballs. Okay, we will make the most beautiful daughter with orb hair and Mini Manboy eye. Hopefully that last thing wouldn't cause too much trouble in the future, knowing the way the witches are. Arriving back to their meeting point, the recluse was excited to report their progress to the witch. Ah, very good. How kind of you. After quickly wiping themselves down, the recluse returned to their hut for the remainder of the night. We doing a EP. The third day. Yeah, chat, you're right. They really are typecasting witches. But I think that it's more so the recluse doesn't know much about witches. And so that's why it's the recluse who we are piloting. Do the witch's eyeballs have rabies, Mini Man Boy? Chat just said, fair, the recluse is the bastard, which is very true. Mini Man Boy, for clarification, are you talking about your eyeballs with rabies or her eyeballs with rabies? Also, I'm surprised that I have not messed up saying Mini Man Boy yet today. Oh, okay, it's Mini Man Boy's rabies eyeball. Okay, it's just a little gift for her to find out later. We're on to the third day, chat. I think this is the longest I've ever taken to get through this game, and I'm having so much fun. With 2 assignments complete, the recluse could feel their excitement grow. If this witch was being honest, and for some reason they felt that she was, then that meant that this could be the last night they spent without a child. They hoped so, at least. That was all they could do. All we could do is hope sometimes. And hope that you don't get just cursed by the witch for giving her your hair. Barely remembering to get dressed, the recluse dashed to the meeting spot. Again, the witch had been waiting for them. Welcome back, recluse. Are you prepared? Today is your big day, is it not? The last task is an easy one, or at least I believe so. Bring me something colorful, something bright, that you think will suit her. When they were first told of the 3 tasks, the recluse had imagined things that were much more difficult. This seemed so easy, as if to be a trick. Which they supposed only meant they should take it seriously, as if a mistake could mean death. We will see if we can find a blue Mini Man Boy. We will find out. With death in mind, the recluse needed to decide where to search for color. A stony river or a field of flowers, chat. We have 2 options. We're getting the rocks. That's where I come from. That's why I'm so perfectly round. I came from the rivers. And so shall she. Though underwater wasn't the first place most people thought of for color, the recluse understood there were many shades that people failed to consider. Yes, smooth river pebble. They arrived at a nearby river, glancing into the glassy water to spy a variety of small shining stones. We have the slate, a simple yet sturdy gray stone, a garnet, lost maroon heralds of bygone storms, obsidian, dark glassy ghosts of ancient fires, jasper, nature's deep brown canvas. Or marble, the pale proprietor of possibility. I kind of like this. I like this icon. I do like garnet. Garnets are pretty dope, but I do want the marble. I like the shiny rock that is showing up here. It's a, what would this be, like a D8 in Dungeons and Dragons or like TRPG games? Like I think a D8. I'm bad at telling shapes of dice. We're going with dice rock. Oh, I have been corrected. It is a D10. I don't know numbers. It's not like I'm working on a college degree for numbers. Retrieving a small rounded stone, the recluse realized it to be a chunk of marble. Unblemished, it seemed perfect for their daughter. On that surface, anything could happen. Anything happened. We've discovered the color white, chat. Surprise, what color we decide decides on what color this turns. What color the... Because, like, the way that they have it designed is, like, if we picked the garnet, we would have gotten red picture. And if we chose, like, different colors, it just decides the colors of the background. The recluse returned to the witch's hut, colored item in hand. She silently took the object, nodding her head to the recluse in recognition. The recluse stood there for a moment, unsure, before finally the witch realized what they expected. Oh ha ha! You want your promised daughter, don't you? Yes, I am here for the dirt smiley face day. That's what we're doing. Her voice was almost mocking, but at least it was not overtly cruel. I suppose I must tell you that I lied, human. I do not require several more trifling things from you. First is the matter of payment. Oh, we gotta pay her. We gotta pay the witch. We'll find out what we do. The recluse should have known that everything is for a cost. We can pay her with money. We can pay her with life. We can pay her sometime in the future, but for a larger amount. Or we can pay her at a much later date in the way that she chooses. I don't remember how much things we have. Let's see if I can... I don't remember how many things we start off with. So I guess we are going with money for now and we'll just be broke bitches. They offered their coin purse to the witch and she took it wordlessly. After pocketing the whole pouch, she returned a single coin to the recluse's hand. We have one money, chat. This will be sufficient, the witch smiles. Oop, there goes our money. With the payment settled, the witch simply smiled and handed the recluse a small pot. Humans are tricky, but mushrooms are much more resilient. Consider this an upgrade. Don't worry, eventually she will develop a mind. Eventually. Simply give her time. As much as she needs. Soon, your wish will be in full bloom. No, Mini-Man Boy. We are not cooking the child. The child is in the pot. A plant pot. For our mushroom child. It is not a cooking pot. Yeah. Oh yeah, Rylan Bones is correct. human children also take time to develop brain. That is why. Wait, why are we talking the child? Chat, I'm confused. I am Confucian. No, we are not. We are not toking the child. We have money. We have one money, I think, is what it is referring to. I suppose with all that settled, though, there is one last thing for you to consider. A young girl needs a proper name. Chat, we're naming the child. What do we name our child? Chat, we are not smoking our mushroom child. I know sometimes mushrooms are drugs, but usually those are eaten, and I also don't want to eat my child. We have just became fathers, chat. We have just become fathers. The recluse thought on the witch's demand before offering the final thing that they have to give. Oh, we have two inputs. We have Flower and Bartholomew. Mini man boy. I don't believe your father ate you as a child. I know you've had a strange past, but I think that is one thing that I can confirm that you have not had done happen to you. I do not think your father ate you. Otherwise, I do not think he would be in chat. Oh, it was the burning part. I got confusion. Okay. That I unfortunately can believe. Unfortunately. Well, any percent speedrun fatherhood, says Rylan Bodes. We have become the father. We're yes, we do need a cool cloak and a pipe so we can sit in the corner of the tavern. That is indeed what we need. I think that more fathers would be better with this action. And more fathers need a cool cloak and a pipe and sitting in the corner of a tavern. I think that would honestly fix my father. I am taking chat suggestion of Bartholomew. Wait, I can just type this. Why am I not just typing this? We're just typing it to make it easier. We got Bartholomew. Oh, that's such a good name. Actually, we're not doing Bartholomew. We're doing Third's daughter. Oh, it's Dirt's dot. It won't let me put in another letter. It is... Maybe... Okay. Dirt daughter. Dirt daughter. Then she walked away. Only fate knowing if the two should ever meet again. Chapter 2. Cultivation. Though the recluse was unsure of the specifics, they did realize that it was important to heed her instructions. Care for the pot. And the dirt. Always care for the dirt, chat. Always care for the dirt. And everything that lay within. So the recluse geared up, as any parent should, and assessed the things they needed to raise a child. Finances, in case the nearby village had goods or services that you could not provide. Nutrients for the child. To help it grow strong, they would need plenty, as it would be depleted on a daily basis. And finally, the recluse's own stamina could not be ignored. One cannot burn the candle from both ends indefinitely. Thus began the longest growing season of the recluse's life. It's our daughter! She's right here! One day you awake slightly earlier than usual, in your somewhat somnambulant state. You hear an ethereal croon originating from your garden. Yes, chat, she is so beautiful. When you go out, you spot it. A small fairy clad in white is sitting amongst your crops. Oh, we have a little fairy? Build a small fairy garden in your daughter's room using supplies. Catch the fairy to sell in town. Hunt the fairy to use as your food for your daughter. Or offer a coin to the fairy to gain their favor. We can give her our 1 money. We can give her our 1 money, chat. But I want our... We may need 1 money for our daughter, though. For the daughter. I do want to build a little fairy garden. Okay, it has been confirmed. We are building a little fairy garden for our daughter's room. They shall be friends. Little friends. Without delay, you quickly gather your supplies. Greenery, some common foods. Hell, throw in a drop of blood. They love that sort of thing. Dirt, blood. After consulting some books to ensure that it's an appropriate space, you lure the fairy in with treats. Though they seem unsure at first, the fairy eventually accepts your offer of a home. Ooh, we have hands? I've never had those. Though your daughter is not yet old enough to appreciate this pet. Oh, I thought they were gonna be friends, not pet. You're sure she will in time. Oh, she has a fairy familiar. The decision being made, life continued. Yeah, I guess you are right, Mini-Man Boy. Everything is a pet if you try hard enough. I'm taking a sip of my tea. That's why I'm quiet for a second. I'm having throat coat tea again because I keep trying to sing outside of my range of what I should have been for having been sick recently. So I have not been doing a good with my voice. But I am doing better than last week at least. Recently, you've begun to think about your daughter's living quarters. Specifically her pot. You have a few ideas how to improve it, but you only have so much time. Which do you decide to move forward with? We can... I thought we have already infused the soil with a drop... Well, I guess that's the fairy garden. We infused the fairy garden with a drop of our blood? So I think that it is only fair that we also infuse the soil of our daughter with a drop of our blood would be pretty chill. Ensure that her soil remains ever damp. We will give her the liquids. Buy some fancy substrate from town with our one money. Use your cooking scraps as compost. Or we could decorate the pot. I think we give our daughter our blood. That sounds pretty chill. Just average father things, you know? If this mushroom is to be your daughter, you think it's only appropriate to share your blood with her. That is typical of a parent in chat. See, chat? They understand. You have been told. You want your daughter to know her parent. So you prick your finger and tell her that your darkest secret as you quench her thirst. Oh, we have little smileys like little dirt. Though you do not need her to share your burdens in life, You think it's only fair that she has an inkling of what those burdens are. Her quality of life having been improved, life continued. Something's happening, chat. She's doing a wiggle. She's doing the big wiggle, chat. Oh, she's a mushroom creature. Oh. I don't think we did good with our daughter, chat. I don't think I'm meant to be a father, chat. She looks like how I'm gonna feel this upcoming week. I have exams this upcoming week. This is what I'm gonna be doing while I'm not streaming. One day, you awaken to the sound of wrestling movement and find, oh, she looks so sad in her corner. She looks so sad up here, chat. Chat has agreed that we shall give her coffee if we can give her coffee, and it will help. We will see if we can give her coffee. One day you awaken to the sound of rustling movement and find your daughter has grown enough to be capable of rudimentary locomotion. I don't think she's looking like she's locomoting. I don't think that's happening. The creature slinks around uneasily, and a cute little face now greets you on her once featureless body. Her demeanor seems gloomy and shy, preferring to sit in dark corners for long periods of time. She is me, chat. She is me. Maybe... Oh no. I gave her the wrong blood. I gave her the blood with the depression. I gave her the depression blood, chat. I made her too much like me. We can encourage her discretion. We can spend time nurturing her environment. And we could motivate her to do something safer. I think we're gonna nurture her environment, chat. I think she needs a little help. Oh no! You decide that now is the best time to promote her growth, spending extra effort improving her living conditions. I just keep looking up at the corner and it just... Oh my gosh, that they do some great art in this game. Very expressive. Oh, we got stars, chat. Your daughter seems to appreciate the attention and emotes cheerfully. She is emoting so cheerfully, chat. Yes, chat, she is indeed beautiful. The decision being made. Life continued. Chat. Chat has decided our daughter is doing the worm. She's just dancing cheerfully with her little sad face, doing the worm. Your daughter needs food too. Have you just run out? Oh no, I've lost my foods. You need to find something to feed her soon, or she'll surely suffer. We need to get her food, chat. Oh, yeah, we're gonna spend the time gathering food. We're not gonna. Yeah, no, we're giving our daughter attention. We're giving our daughter attention. You spend the day foraging and digging up in the woods and return with a heap of mushroom food for your hungry daughter. There's our foods! It's a little hard to be sure, but it seems like she's thankful for your efforts. Okay. I'm glad she's thankful. The decision being made. Life continued. One evening, you hear a light knocking at your door. Quite a rare occurrence. Peeking through the window, you witness none other than the Witch of the Woods standing on the doorstep of your humble hut. Could she be here for a visit? Or to settle a debt? Okay. We could introduce her to our daughter. Or we can privately request a stipend. I don't want to owe her more money. She took all but my one money and I have gotten no money. So we're being like, "Hey, look at my daughter. Here's our daughter." Perhaps it was time for your daughter to meet the witch. She could maybe even learn a thing or two. The two of you answer the door and invite the gloomy woman inside for dry and awkward small talk. Yes, chat, we are showing her how happily our daughter dances, how she does the worm. Something about the way the two absently stare at each other. You wonder if they've made some sort of connection today. The decision being made. Life continued. Oh, something's happening. I'm concerned about that music, chat. I'm concerned. Something's happening. A child? She's a child. She's changed in the night. I'm glad that she I'm glad that she looks a little bit better. She was a little scrunkly there for a minute. Chat. I also like her cool little hat. Yeah, I like that you say it at the same time. Yes, it is indeed a good hat. Apparently, puberty for mushrooms is not graceful, according to chat. Okay. One morning, you notice that your daughter is nowhere to be seen. Eventually, you discover her, hiding in a narrow crevice under a large stump. To your surprise, the creature... I don't like it calling her the creature. And like, maybe she is a creature, but she's my creature, not the creature. My creature. She's a little sweetie. Chad agrees that is not a creature. It is our daughter. To your surprise, the creature had now taken the form of a young girl. You feel relieved to confirm that the witch hadn't betrayed you. At your approach, she retreats shyly into the hole. She doesn't seem scared, but doesn't want to leave. Yes, our island bones. It is not the creature. It is our bouncing baby girl. Do we wait for her? Buy her a nice gift to celebrate with our Huano money? Or encourage her to come out? I think we wait for her. It's her time. If I was sitting under a stump in a tiny little crevice, I would want to be given my time to come out of my little crevice stump. And so I will offer her the same opportunity. Your daughter seems intent in hiding, so you decided not to disturb her. Taking a seat near the stump, you appreciate the beauty of the forest and spend time thinking lovingly of your daughter. Oh, we have wets. We have wets all over the stream chat. I don't know how I feel about that. After several long hours, just as you were starting to reconsider waiting, she creeps out of the hole. Whatever she was doing in there, it seems she is content for now. I like that she is content. The decision being made, life continued. Yes, chat, it is cozy in the little hole crevice, enough for room for 5. Oh, chat, you're so right. Because she's a detrivore. I've never said that word out loud, so I'm hoping I said that right. A detritivore. Yes, there we go. A detritivore. She was snacking. She was indeed snacking, chat. I do know what it means. I just have not read it out loud, which is the one issue with streaming. Y'all gonna see my reading comprehension, like, in the moment. One evening, you discover many footprints outside your home, 3-toed and webbed. Some strange creatures have been poking around. We got frogs, chat? You have heard the rivers of these woods are home to nefarious... Oh, it's not frogs, chat. We have turtles. Turtle-like creatures that capture human children. Good thing she's not a human, though, chat, right? Right? Hopefully this isn't a problem. Hopefully... Oh, chat, we will find out if we can eat them. I do not know if we can eat them. It has been a good few years since I have played this game, so I do not know the options still. Only to bring them home and drown them. Oh, we do. Maybe she'd like that. She likes wet. She's. Hopefully they don't kill her. I don't want the turtles to kill my daughter. Your child isn't a human, but you can feel the leer of envious eyes from the tree line. They know a precious daughter when they see one. By the looks of the tracks, these ones are quite young. Perhaps you can do something to frighten them away from your home. We could hunt one of them. We could stand our ground until they stop. We could purchase a magic ward with our 1 money. Oh, chat, you're so right. Maybe they want to be our daughter. We could have 2 daughters. Keep your daughter inside in the evenings. Deal with the issue decisively. Chat, two of the options are just kill the turtles. I think we go for one of them. We go for one of them. Chat, it was not an option to eat them. If we could eat them, maybe we would, but it was not an option to eat them. The things may be dangerous to children, but a healthy adult can easily catch and kill one. That will certainly send a message. Grabbing your bow and hatchet, you charge off into the woods. You find they are deceptively quick for turtle men, but panic easily. You single one out and dispatch the slippery green thing as it stumbles through an unfamiliar bramble. Frantic rustling and dismayed hollering can be heard from the trees as you drag it home. A massive, brightly colored shell adorns the post by your cabin now, and the creature provides you and your daughter both a hearty meal. The decision being made. Life continued. I feel like I also do. Chat, I also relate to the turtles. I am also a turtle, and I also startle easily. You are very correct. Maybe we are all turtles who startle easily, chat. Maybe we are. It is life. Everything is turtle. Everything is mushroom. Because everything is dirt. The day's gotten away from you. Already the sun's gentle descent is being swallowed behind the forest's reach. You aren't able to finish everything you set out for today, but you only have time for one more chore. Chat, it did not give us the option to pee around it. That is not a message we can send to the turtles. We can purchase new construction materials for our hut with our one money. You already worked hard enough. Retire to the tavern with our one money. Prepare lunch for the village's schoolhouse in exchange for discarded books with our one money and 2 nutrients. Barter for some fine substrates to better grow your daughter. Or finish a favor the village's leader asked of you. I think that we don't have many resources, chat, so we are going to indeed do the favor. Because I don't know what happens when I go into debt. I think... Well, do we want to go into debt? I would like to get our daughter more food. Okay, yeah, chat is saying we are doing... Oh, it is between these two. Oh, I accidentally kicked. I guess we are doing the flavor. The favor, chat. Doing favors for the leader is comfortable to you. It allows you flexibility while still giving you some funds. We have the money. I like how the money has little mushrooms on it. It's pretty good. Today is no different than usual. You herd some cats for the leader, and in exchange, they pay now. How novel! Your tasks behind you, you and your daughter return home. Each do a nice bath and a simple dinner. And one night, you find yourself struggling to sleep. Your mind wanders as you consider your current place in life. You've lived peacefully with your daughter for many moons. Initially, it was strange. Well, it never stopped being strange, but you were always thankful for the company. Besides, the affection you felt for her was like any parent would feel towards their child. That was normal, at least. Your thoughts turned to the concept of time, particularly how you were once alone and how you are afraid that you will be again someday. Your daughter has had more and more curiosities about the outside world. It's only a matter of time before she wants to strike her own path. The song scared me coming on. How dare the song Hypnic Jerk scare me? You hope you will be fulfilled now. You hope you've done enough. Ultimately, you find comfort in what you've done. You may have had many failures in your life, but there's one thing you know you can die proud of. She's dripping and decaying, and she's tasty. In a new beginning. Telling the recluse that you wanted to see more and more of the world wasn't an easy conversation. As they grow older, you worried about leaving them on their own. Thankfully, your concerns were unwarranted. They were happy that you had grown enough to want to move out. They even offered to help you build your own home, close to theirs. You were welcome to visit any time, obviously. Faster than you would have anticipated, the two of you built your home together. Yes, chat, we are dirt daughter now. They showed you all of the tricks they knew and made sure to impart as much knowledge as they possibly could. Finally, the day arrived. You were officially on your own. You were scared, a little, but also excited. It felt a little new. It felt like a new chapter was just beginning for you. We have a loving parent. Look, it is their daughter. She's a common white ink cap, chat. And look, we even have our little fairy. Oh, achievement. You have raised a mushroom of your very own. Despite some initial uncertainty, you find that your new home may even be nicer than the recluse's shack. Yes, chat, we are indeed beautiful. No, chat, we did not eat the fairy. The fairy is our friend, our pet, our little guy. Your first day living outside of your parents' home. Your first days living outside of your parents' home are occasionally daunting, but also filled with possibility. What would you like to do? Oh, this is the part where I have not seen before because this is the updated part. So we have so many options. What are these? We could rest for the day. We could take a day to visit the recluse. Look, chat. Look at our amount of dampness. We are very damp, chat. We also are very human, chat. We are a damp human. Honestly, I think most humans are pretty damp, unfortunately. It's pretty wet inside, especially. We could... I don't know what our home looks like. I want to know what... There's so many options, chat. I love the new part. When I played this, it was more so like the stuff that would be in the demo version of it. And so now that it's been fully released for a while and had updates, like, I'm so hyped for this game. Where do we want to go, chat? I'm kind of thinking expeditions. But also, I want to know what our home looks like. I don't think I've been to our home. Oh, we could go to the woods for some food. It sounds like in general chat wants to do exploring, and so I think expeditions is most exploring. Like, yeah, woods is exploring for food, but we could find maybe food on expeditions. I'm thinking we're going on expeditions. Oh, chat. I got roasted by a child last night, chat. 'Cause I was hanging out at a friend's place who had a couple of kids, and they were like, the kids were like, one wanted to go on pretend like they were going on a picnic, and one wanted to pretend like they were going on an adventure. And I was like, guys, isn't every picnic an adventure? And then one of the kids said, no, that's weird. You're weird. And I'm like, Chad, I got roasted by a child. The mountains bordering the northern reaches of your forest call to you. I appreciate that I'm not the only one who's been roasted by a child in chat. I appreciate that. You see them every day on your adventures, and there is an overwhelming desire to climb them that simply can't be ignored. Readying yourself in the early hours of the morning, you glance over the materials that you have on hand. We can pack light, which is good for damp. We could pack heavy, or we could just don't pack and just not go on the mountain. I think we pack light. Well, we might need more robustness, which would help with pack heavy, maybe? Because if we don't have much robustness, I don't think we have, like, much sustenance. And so we might need more sustenance. So we're packing heavy, chat. Chat, who up packing heavy? Oh, we rolling the die? We got a 4. We failed, chat. Stuffed to the brim, your pack makes it somewhat difficult to move. So difficult that your legs buckle under your first step and you fall over. Oh no, chat, we're back to doing the worm again. This is my specialty, chat. We should have packed light, chat. With your pack all set, you make your way out to the mountain. After a couple hours of climbing, you feel like you've made some decent progress, though you're starting to get a bit tired. Just as you think it's time for a break, you come across a beautiful mountain spring, complete with its own waterfall. Yo, we can get more damp, chat. I think I think we take a relaxing shower in chat. In this game, we are damp maxing, chat. Oh, we are not damp maxing, chat. We failed our damp maxing roll. The waterfall's frigid embrace leaves your skin numb and joints stiff. Chat, I can't even damp max, chat. You take a moment to rest in the sun to warm yourself, but end up falling asleep. At least you're not sweaty anymore. Chat, we have learned from K-pop demon hunters that just because we suck, if we girl failure hard enough, then we win. We can do a good if we girl failure hard enough. You wake up in the mountain forest that night. We could spend the night? Or the dark can't stop you. Continue climbing. Chat, we're going in the dark. Minnie, Manboy, we need to watch K-pop Demon Hunters. It is a good movie. I like the movie. We are going in the dark. The moon is full. You decide that you feel fully rested after your little nap. After getting so damp and cold. In the moonlight, you carefully make your way up the path. The faint glow of the moon grants everything a pallid shine. Until you realize something. Some of the light is not coming from the sky. Glancing at the base of a tree, you spot small plants growing happily in the night. Oh, chat, do we eat the plant? Chat, we eating plant? Or are we just chilling? Okay, chat says we eat it. We eat it, chat. We eat it in the plant. Being cautious may help with longevity, but it could never help with curiosity. Before you can overthink it, you pull a fern tip and toss it down the hatch. Thankfully, the plant seems mild in flavor. It could be poisonous, you suppose. But that was a problem for tomorrow, you. Yeah, chat, this is how we do it. Everything's edible once, chat. Is what you would have thought had you not immediately passed out upon ingestion. Chat. Chat, I don't think we're doing very good at this game. Oh, we're glowing. We're green. We're green, chat. We've become the Hulk. Maybe we're winning. We girl failured hard enough that we're winning, chat. I've told you, it's the plan. You wake up in the morning feeling different. When you look at your hands, you notice something about you has shifted. You suspect you won't ever have to wander in the dark again. Or more specifically, the logistics of that will now be more complex. Oh, we got little dirt smileys again. I feel like that means we're winning, chat. The more dirt smileys, the better for game. You finally make your way home, wondering if your new glow will be permanent. Oh, we got little wigglies now. I don't know what wigglies mean. Rylan Bones. we may still sneak. It just is harder. We have to do real good sneak to sneak now. One day, you notice a strange intruder wandering around near your home. An elderly man, sporting an unkempt beard filled with crumbs. When he spots you, a lopsided grin fills his face. I'm gonna take a drink of my tea, chat. Mini Man Boy, I was about to tell you you're so right. And then you told me to punch the old man. Mini Man Boy says just got to not sneak in the dark. And immediately followed up with punch him. I don't think we're punching this old man. If I punch him, I get crumbs on my hands. And I can't have that. Well, ain't you something? The man lifts his hat off his head, briefly in greeting. Everyone's been talking about the fungal woman in the woods. That must be you. Chat, I may eat random plants off of trees that I don't know what they are. But I'm not eating old man beard crumbs because the old man beard crumbs might still have some beard in them. And I feel like that would tickle my throat a little, and I'm not a big fan of that. I'm good with eating most things off the floor. Just not old man beard crumbs. You suppose you've never met another mushroom girl, now that you think about it. But it does feel a little odd to be singled out as such. The man continues speaking. I was just hoping to meet you. That's all. I wanted to give you something. He reaches into a shabby pack at his side and pulls out a bound book. Its appearance is humble, yet it carries a certain weight to it. We've got an almanac! This here is an almanac, containing every tidbit of mycological knowledge I've ever learned. I've been working on this for a long time. Could even say it's my life's work, I guess. They grow up so fast, don't they? He looks down at the book in his hands with a surprising tenderness. Then he's holding the book out to you. Chat, I think that this is our dad from a different timeline. I think this is dad from a different timeline. But there's always more lives to live. Ain't that just how this old cycle goes? Maybe you'll be able to help me fill in some gaps. There's still a lot to see out there. You take the object and carefully pull it open. Truth be told, you've never been much one for handling books. But within you find hundreds of illustrations depicting different mushrooms in a variety of colors. It's beautiful. By the time you look up, the old man is already walking away. He waves a hand at you and calls out a simple, "Be good now." How odd. But you do like his gift, at least. Chat, you are correct. The book is now wet from our dampness. You are so correct. I didn't even think about that. Just as we're turning the pages, it's just smudging the ink more. Oh. His life's work. There's a knock at your door. When you go to answer it, you see a woman dressed in somewhat tacky dress. Oh, hi. I'm from the nearby town. I came here on behalf of all the local mothers. Chat, we have found mothers. We have found the mothers, chat. This introduction leaves you feeling a little uneasy. As she continues speaking, you sense that she's clearly feeling the emotion of fear. Oh no, chat. The mothers fear me, chat. We were hoping that we could convince you to come out and, you know, show off a little for the kids. Show them the real you. Is that something you'd be interested in? We could provide you lunch, obviously. After some more nervous chat, the woman writes down a location on a small piece of paper and thrusts it into your hands. Afterwards, she all but runs away. Though you have to explain to the woman that you can't decipher her writing, receiving oral instructions in addition. You consider the strange woman and her strange invitation. We'll go talk to the kids. We'll see what's happening. Chat says, do it. Show off to the kids. Show them who's better. Rylan Bones, you are correct. We cannot read. It is very consistent for many of my characters that I cannot read. One of my favorite D&D characters that I played as was a character who very much could not read. It was a monk. Very smart. Could not read for the life of him. It was great. Weirdly, some part of you feels compelled to attend. Oh no, chat, you're right. We can't read, so the old man's work was all for nothing. You're so right. Perhaps some small obligation to help children. Or maybe just the thought that if you introduced yourself to a lot of them at once, they wouldn't trouble you if they saw you in the woods later. Quickly, the day of the event arrives. You gussy yourself up, or at least as much as is possible for a girl like you. What's that supposed to mean? I can guss you up as much as I want. Look at me. I'm beautiful. What are you talking about? And make the calm walk to the village schoolhouse. As you enter, it takes you a second to really take in the scene. There's nearly a dozen children of varying sizes and ages. A few older humans standing around the edges of the room, and a table with some very rudimentary foods on it. Yes, chat, the mosses, the foods. I will eat the mosses. You correctly identify this as the provided lunch. As you go to take a piece of bread, one of the adults grabs your shoulder. Oh, thank goodness you showed up. I wasn't sure if you would. Why don't you go ahead and stand up front? Does that sound good? Well, you would have preferred some lunch first. You agree to the plan. You stand in the front of the room, in front of the dark board with white scribblings on it. The children turn silent, all staring at you wide-eyed. Finally, a number of hands shoots up. One of the parents interprets. They raise their hands if they have something they'd like to ask you. Yes, chat, the adults do not know how to talk. I also do not know how to talk. No one knows how to talk. We're all just making it up all the time. What a polite system. You look over the crowd, deciding who to pick. You point at a random child, clutching an old blanket. Their voice cracks while asking, How old are you? I was born in spring. Or ageless. We are ageless, chat. It takes you a second to formulate your answer, but finally, you figure out the best way to describe it. You explained that you were created of magic, a force that you could not put a number on. Perhaps you came into the creation recently, but you had a head start. One child raises her hand for a follow-up question. What did people do before they invented clothes? Were they just naked all the time? She asks. We have more hands, chat. You are forced to explain that you meant your answer more metaphorically. Children have absolutely no sense of theatrics. Yeah, just like the child who roasted me the other day has no sense of theatrics. Actually, no, they have a very good sense of theatrics. It is fun. Oh, chat, do we wear clothes? I don't know if we wear clothes, chat. Good question. Is it all mushrooms? All mushrooms all the way down? Everything is mushrooms, chat. You spend a while answering questions from the children. Finally, after a while, one of the adults speaks. It looks like we have time for one more question. It's hard to say, but you get the impression that they seem unenthused with this experience so far. You suspect that they thought that your answers would be more exciting, or perhaps more frightening for the children. Nevertheless, they still seem full of questions for you. Once more you point at a random child, bald with too large of a grin. He speaks fast, but you decipher the question. Is it true that all you have to eat are sticks and stones? Yes. We only eat sticks and stones. Especially the stick that made me glow. The children gasp at your answer. One giving a shout of in horror. That's so sad, one kid says, clutching their heart. You can have my lunch, a boy offers, holding up a sandwich with one hand. He is clearly grasping it too tightly. You can see finger indentations forming in the bread. Well, do you want his sandwich? Chat, do we take the child's sandwich? Or do we stick to our sticks and stones? Okay, chat says we stick to our sticks and stones. You explain that nothing else can satisfy your hunger other than tasty sticks and stones. He looks at his sandwich, then back at you. Oh, we are more damp, chat. I think it would, but if you say so. After everyone has quieted down, the adults begrudgingly begin to pack things up. The children also begin to disappear, accompanied by a smattering of parents. One adult, the woman who originally requested that you attend, walks up to you. Well, thank you for coming, I suppose. She pauses, but we were hoping you'd be a bit more, well... She trails off with a shrug. It's just, we were all hoping to scare them a little, you know? Keep them on the straight and narrow. Well, in any case, thank you for being so informative, I guess. Yeah, chat, you're right. She's a bitch. She is. And boring! One of the other adults interjects as she steps out of the room. Man, these adults are pretty lame. They can't get down with a little cool little mushroom lady who glows in the dark. These guys are just so... I think they're boring. They try glowing in the dark. It's pretty hard. It's a hard life for a glowing mushroom lady. You see how cool I am? They couldn't even understand. They're just projecting, chat. Chat says eat them. Do we eat the people, chat? We'll find out. The absolute gall to call you boring. At least the children seem entertained, more or less. As you go to walk home, a rogue child suddenly approaches you. Chat says to eat the adult in front of the kids. Then I guess we would scare them into the straight and narrow. Don't mess with glowing, cute little mushroom lady. Give them what they want, you know? Thank you for talking to us today, mushy lady. I learned lots. Before you have a chance, the young girl leaps at you in what you can only assume is a hug. She quickly leaves with a parent, but you find yourself thankful you took the time out of your day to attend. She quickly leaves with a parent, but you find yourself thankful you took the time out of your day to attend. Got more wigglies. The sun is low in the sky, casting a beautiful warm tint across everything that you see. So green, beautiful green warm tint. It is a particularly beautiful sight. Blossoming fruit trees and the wind blowing through grass. Your eyes feel heavy, and suddenly you find yourself falling into a deep sleep. In your dreams, you're sitting on a tree branch. There's a flute playing somewhere. Then suddenly, the flute is next to you. Attached to it is the vague shape of a woman. I haven't seen you around here before. Welcome. Whenever you go to look at her, it feels like she shifts. You can't quite describe her. I too can't describe beautiful woman. Oh, chat, it's the fairy. It might be the fairy, chat. You're so right. You guys might be so smart. It might be our fairy. Who knew? Who knew our father would have our little fairy friend become a big story of just Yuri? It's all Yuri. You probably won't remember me when you wake up, but it's nice to meet you. Oh, the song got scary. The song got scary. After sitting in silence for a second, she starts playing again. Do we fly? We try to memorize this place? Where do you go when I'm awake? Or do we sing along? I kind of like singing along. Chad agrees. We sing along. You close your eyes, absently, singing along with the flute. You're not very good at it, even within the dream, but it feels nice anyways. Eventually, before you know it, your eyes are opening. Oh, we got more hands, Chad. I think hands is humanity. At this point. I forgot what all the symbols are, but I think hands is humanity. We're becoming more human. Mushroom become human. Detroit become mushroom. Detritus become mushroom. It's dark out. You should be getting home. You feel a crisp breeze. The heat is relenting. Trees are changing in color. Fall has arrived. Oh, it changed. The change in weather has invigorated you. What would you like to do today? Ooh, we have options again. I didn't even realize the free wander option, chat. Oh, chat, you you may be right. Chat, the hands may be dampness. We just scoop the water with our hands, chat. Everything is damp when you're a mushroom lady. And the splashes are mycelium because we water them. Yes. Chat says we visit father. So we are visiting father. It will take the whole day to visit our father. Is it okay, chat? Are we okay with taking a whole day for dad? I think dad might be worth it. Yeah. Dad is worth it. The recluse. Oh, chat says show him we glow now. That would be pretty dope. The recluse, as always, is more than happy to see you. The two of you spend several long hours reminiscing about your childhood, as well as preparing a meal to share. Yo, we got more mycelium? Who up getting mycelium? Celium mean my... Liam mycel. In the end, you leave well fed. Maybe you'll just have to visit again tomorrow. We need robustness, chat. We're gonna die if we don't get some robustness. While aimlessly wandering one day, you decide the best use of your time would be to do some scouting. It's always useful to expand your mental map of the area. The country near your home is lush with many diverse landscapes to be found. You decide to head to the north towards a particularly damp, dense forest that's home to a variety of useful plants. Yeah, it's me. I'm the damp, dense plant in the damp, dense forest. As a child, this is where knew to get medicinal plants from. But there was danger there as well. You step into the forest, feeling a humid breeze on your fungal cheek. There's an omnipresent buzz of insects pervading the air. This section of forest feels so much different than where you live, and you find that it's hard to feel at peace. Despite this, the flora and fauna is resplendent. You find yourself looking from plant to plant. Finally, you see something quite interesting. Chat? Chat, big boy. big plant. A beautiful large pink flower stands tall in a nearby clearing. The petals are twisted. Chat, we can't eat everything. I know that there are reasons why we say that we have eaten everything, because we glow because we eat everything. But like, we don't get the options to eat everything, chat. I wish we did, though. That would be a very fun game. As we said, you can eat everything once. The petals are twisted, forming a large sparkling bud that is larger than your head. The single flower is the distinction of the plant, but you observe that its stalk is robust. That's what we need, is the robustness. Maybe we can get the robustness from the plant stalk. And strangely segmented. It feels a bit like a monolith. For a moment, you simply stand and stare at it. Something about the strange plant leaves you with a feeling of awe. You suspect that you may be able to sell this flower in the market for quite a pretty penny, or perhaps keep its splendor for yourself. We can pick the flower, or we can leave the flower. Do we pick the flower, chat? Are we picking the flower? I'm gonna take a sip of tea. Oh, chat says leave the flower. Leave. That's what plants do, is leaves. So it's what we do. We leave it. It's the damp thing to do. Okay, chat, I'm taking a sip of my tea now. As you contemplate this flower, you realize that you have never before seen one quite like it. It felt wrong to kill something like that, even if it was only a plant. Some people would claim that you are only a plant after all. Botanicals must stick together. You continue exploring for a while. When you tire, you walk home with the comfort of knowing that you are, if nothing else, polite to fellow plants. Oh, we don't have any robust... Chat, we lost all our robustness. Maybe we should have took the plant. Your body is quite resilient. However, in recent days, you feel as though some component key to your composition has failed you. As you carry on, you realize your steps have grown slow and cumbersome. Even every move forward feels like trudging through slush. And before you can even think to look down at your legs, a distinct weakness overtakes you. Your chest feels hollow. Your neck feels slack. Your eyes trail downward, and where they should land at your feet, there is only a foamy, disintegrating mass. For a second, you think to panic, but you don't seem to have the energy for it anymore. All the energy you have left is being returned to the earth. And as the last of your cap dissolves into the ground, a moment of calm washes over your psyche. Perhaps it's the release of death, or the beating heart of the cycle of life born anew. Regardless, there is only weakness, and then release, and finally, peace. Oh no, Chad. we have returned to center. We have gotten the ending, can't keep it together. Chad, we died. Wait, more is happening. What a tragic end for your first daughter. Yet it's an unsurprising conclusion. Nothing lives forever after all. Perhaps the sting of death can be sweetened with a gift. I can't offer much, but I'm sure you would like some spores. There are many uses for these spores, for those that know where to spend them. Visit my hut when you are ready to learn more. For now, let's remember the child. Oh, it does! First things first, let's measure what her life was worth. We're just measuring her life? Oh, new color bonus! We got white and glow. we got 100 spores, baby. All things return to the dirt. Eat me. And we got stat bonuses. We have mycelium is 45. We ended with 64 humanity, 54 dampness, 0 robustness, and 32 potency. Which unused cards and tokens, as well as miscellaneous achievements of note, which we did not get apparently. We got 129 spores, chat. We got a lot of spores. Oh, and we got a new ending bonus, so more spores. What does the wood sign do? Okay. We also got the ink cap. We have drippy spores. And in total, we have 429 spores. We were dripping. Our body exudes a strange liquid that drips constantly. We were decaying. Drop by drop, your body decays over time. Yeah, it really did, huh? That's probably what got us. That's probably where our robustness went. It was... I was a little too wet. I was a little too drippy. You know? And our body, like many others, can be used safely as sustenance by humans. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. Who will know? The dampness, increased by a good soak or by a melancholic moment. This stat indicates how wet and slimy her body is, but also a murkiness of the soul. Mycelium, increased by the right nutrients or by things that nourish the soul. Oh, chat says reload my last save. Maybe we will after. I don't know how to get more robustness is the problem. I I think that I think that as the ink cap, we're just slowly decaying over time, and so like we're trying real hard to beat that robustness, and the robustness ended up beating us. Is what happened. Yes, ink caps do dissolve when they reproduce, but they also do dissolve after you pick them after like 24 hours too. So I think that it was just time against us. Okay, mycelium increased by the right nutrients or by things that nourish the soul. Chat, you're so right. We are more fun than just a plant. We are a fun guy. You are so correct. This stat is associated with how generally healthy she is, and yet it could also be persistent optimism. Robustness is increased by the ideal growing conditions or by a loving presence. This stat is associated with her physical strength, but it could also be a strength of her character. And potency increased by a titillating meal or by titillating danger. This stat is tied to the strength of her mushroom type or her ability to perform in stressful situations. And humanity is increased through socialization or by doing the right thing. This stat is how good of a person she is, literally and metaphorically. Chat, I think that there may be things to the fairy. Oh, we got descriptions to me too. I'm a shaggy mushroom that decays into a black slime over time. But the fairy, I don't think we got to the fairy part just because we died so fast. Maybe the fairy would have come back up at some point. But we just died. we decayed into a black slime over time. That's just how it goes sometimes. Although I am very interested in playing this again in the future. Mini Man Boy, you were right. We should have eaten the fairy. It would have given us the robustness that we needed to stay alive another day. Oh, we got some cards and tokens. We got some soma. Your body is made of a useful resource, but you must be mindful to not give too much of yourself away. On use, it gives you a little snack for later at least. Cards represent the choices you have made in life. Though you won't be able to use a special card in every event, they will automatically be dealt to you in appropriate situations. Be careful, most card types are limited. When they're out, unless you can find a way to gain more. And we have some wealth. Everything in this world comes for a price. Use these to purchase goods or otherwise improve your circumstances. Tokens represent expendable resources. You can stack these on the corners of some specific cards to bend the odds in your favor. Use them wisely, or not. Yes, chat, we do eat ourselves. We eat the concept of our past self. We are the Ouroboros, or Ouroboros. In the end, everything is Ouroboros. Everything is mushroom. Everything is dirt. The dirt is the Ouroboros, because in the end, everything comes from the dirt, and everything goes back to the dirt. So the dirt is the Ouroboros. Ooh, about our life. We have become a young adult. We've grown into a young woman unexpectedly. And we were glowing. We became a very reliable nightlight. And our reputation was relative obscurity. People don't think much about Dirt Daughter. Family matters. mystic bond. We developed some rapport with our creator, the Witch of the Woods, and we had a loving parent. The recluse will always live in your heart, and for the time being, next door. And we had our pet fairy familiar. We have a small magical friend that has a tendency to follow us. And our achievements, we couldn't keep it together. My body could no longer contain itself. What's this? Okay. Now we're gonna play with, what's the witch hut? I've never seen this part of the game. Oh, also here's the almanac. It shows like all of the different things that you've gotten throughout the game. So like here is like where all the different mushrooms are, and like there's like increasing rareness levels of to which mushrooms you get. And so we got a 1-star ink cap. And here are endings that we've discovered. I really want to know the living daughter's endings, because that one was sad. And here's our daughter's crown. I don't know what this all means. I don't know what LBM is, but we'll find out eventually. I do plan to play this game again on stream, because I had a lot of fun playing this. I love the way that this game's written. And also, like, the devs put so much effort into this, because when I say that they've been working on this for years, they literally have been working on this for years. And, like, it only released maybe a year ago, I want to say. But for the entire time that I was thinking about streaming, it has been on, like, the very top of my list, just because of the amount of effort that they put in. Because, like, for example, like, even for, like, these little scenes, like, all of the pictures, like, there are some, like, very detailed pictures, but they're, like, all pictures of either places that they have physically been, that they have turned to grayscale and then made it so that you could change around the colors and all of that. Or, like, sometimes when there's, like, structural buildings, they're, like, little miniatures that they built in real life and took physical pictures of out of, like, little garbage pieces that they had on hand. And, like, it's just, like, one of the coolest things that I've ever seen. And, like, there's just, like, so much detail put into this game and the writing, and it just makes me so happy. Yo, all our sheet music we've been collecting. Got a whole playlist. Lomi Lullaby. Oh, yo, puffball cannon. But yeah, I had a very good time. We're probably working on wrapping up. We're gonna go around the all of the different options, because like I know that there's like so many details to this game, and so we're gonna go to the witch's hut and see what all that's about, and we're gonna wrap up soon, but we're gonna go to the witch's hut and see what all's happening there, and then we'll be done for stream for tonight, because unfortunately I have to wake up at 6 in the morning. But yes, Chad, it was fun trying to eat random things. I will very gladly play this game a lot more. Like I said, this is one of my favorite games, and like for very good reason. And I had a lot of fun playing the game. Growing a daughter is so rewarding, isn't it? You get love, obviously, and to see her grow. But perhaps more importantly, you also get spores. You could be sad. It could be said that spores keep the circle of life flowing. They are gifted after a daughter is fully formed and spent to help ensure the success of future daughters. But I'm sure you'll find plenty of things to use your hard-earned winnings on. More impressively, lives generate more substantial spore counts. So, do try your best as a parent, for her and for you. You'll find my hut has many amenities. You may spend your spores at the summoning circle, or you may improve your base conditions at the garden. I will explain further when we next speak. Oh, yo. The cabinet? The garden? This is all new stuff from since I last played. Mainly because I've been, like, trying not to play the game, so then for all of the new content since it's been released, so all the new content would be, like, more new and more fresh, so I get, like, a general, like, a genuine vibe of, like, on stream how I genuinely experience the game, because I do think that that is a lot more fun watching streamers do it, and so I want to provide that to everybody who's watching as well. We're gonna see what all these things do. I want to know what the cabinet is. What is curios? Can collect items now. Growables. We can. What garden items have we found? What items have we found? Oh, we have the wood sign, an informative sign helping any passerbyers. It's made of wood, so it's degradable eventually. It said we had 2 items. Where is our 2 items? Is it in the spores? Oh, it's in the spores. Oh, it's our damp spores. Our drippy spores. These will grow a drippy bud. Okay. And what are the notes? Do we have notes? We do not have notes yet. We do have achievements. We were a proud parent. Oh, there's so many. It is not scrolling. Maybe it is too many to scroll. Okay. Now it allows me to scroll. Oh, maybe I was clicking on the wrong. Okay, I needed to click a little to the side. There are so many achievements. We ran out of robustness. There's a one for running out of everything, it looks like. Successfully navigate a labyrinth of subterranean capitalism. Oh, sounds like my life. And then events. The heirloom chore. You have daughter quests. The mountain scenes. Oh, these are the quests that we go on as, like, the mushroom. There's, like, so many different ones. And I'm assuming these ones are tied to different traits that we get, too. Ah, we get this one for glowing. Oh, and here's all the pictures that we can get. Like, the pictures that they put all the effort into. Like, that the devs put into. I like that we can keep them. Okay, now we go to summon. We up summoning? Chat, you misunderstand. I did not successfully navigate capitalism. I am just... I am simply currently navigating the labyrinth. The summoning circle is a little project of mine, you could say. I filled it with treats of all kinds, gardening supplies, colors you've never imagined, even a piece of music or 2. Really, there's too much to mention. Why don't you just give it a try? Your first taste is free. Ooh, free summon? We up summoning? From the aether appears. Conditions have changed. A new blank creepy mushroom can now be grown. Oh, we can grow new mushrooms if we do this. I'm gonna, before we spend all of our money, all of our spores, I'm gonna see what the garden does. It's a beautiful day, isn't it? Doesn't that crispness, not that Christmas. It's not Christmas, it was Valentine's. Doesn't that crispness in the air make you feel like part of this world? Embrace the feeling and tend this patch of earth towards your preference. When raising a daughter, the time passes so quick. You will find this garden to be a bit more evergreen. Spores will spread over time, growing stronger, evolving. Be sure to check in often. You'll find the rest of this world reflects what is here in this plot of land. Different plants may yield unexpected results in your everyday life. Just be sure to deal with any weeds that may crop up, or the girl may suffer unduly. You already have some basic supplies to get started. Spores filled with potential gardening equipment that should help with the debris at least. Oh, we got gardening. Oh, we can decide stats for our next daughter? This is cool. What's this do? We stump? Okay, we got rid of the stump. I don't quite want to do another drippy daughter quite yet, but I do think that we'll spend our spores. And we got a note. We found where the notes come from, chat. A note. I think it's the recluse wrote this. Sort of wish the next one could be a wolf girl or something. Getting a little sick of this mushroom shtick. Poor guy. Only stuck with mushrooms. And another note. From the recluse again. A piece of an old recipe. Grab a cabbage, 2 onions, head of garlic, and enough taters to balance it all out. Plop the taters in boiling water till they're tender enough to pierce. Now just these aside and heat up a pan with a bit of butter over low heat and set on it several rashers of bacon. Once it's heated well, add your sliced onion and garlic. Give it time to become rich and fragrant, but not too long as to burn. Chat has realized the wolf girl. They are like, yo, what's happening? That's your daughter. No. Oh, accidentally minimized it on my screen. The menu. Well, I do think that is the end of game chat. I am getting sleepy and I gotta wake up early tomorrow. But I had a very good time. And I hope that chat says next stream we will follow that recipe. Next time we stream this game, yes. I had a very good time. I hope you have a very good time as well, chat. Whether you're staying awake or if you're sleeping or whatever you're doing. Have a good one. Good night, chat.